Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. Why didn't Iran protect the Syrian government like before, and why did Bashar al-Assad regime fall? Let's explore the reasons behind this question and discuss whether Iran can be considered the main loser in the Syrian crisis.
Ground forces are not engaged. This conflict started August 7th.
Background on Syria's Ba'ath Party. Since 1963, the Ba'ath Party held power in Syria, enforcing laws like emergency law, which granted the government and intelligence forces sweeping powers to suppress dissent.
إنني أريد الجولان بالكامل وأريد
Additionally, a constitutional amendment made Syria a single-party state under the Ba'ath Party's control. When Hafez al-Assad came to power in 1970, his presidency became a lifetime position, eliminating democratic prospects. However, his policies such as establishing a state-controlled economy and providing relative societal stability made his authoritarian rule less controversial to many Syrians.
لقد فقدنا حبيبنا وزعيمنا وقائد مسيرتنا ابن شعبنا البار.
After Hafez's death in 2000, his son Bashar al-Assad inherited power.
After the old president Hafez al-Assad died 2 years ago, Britain and many Syrians hoped the son would modernize the economy, democratize, improve human rights. But after a brief opening, the old guard clamped down again. Many Syrians think Britain's optimism about the young president is misplaced.
Under Bashar, the opposition began to rise against the Ba'ath Party grip, especially as economic struggle and social unrest grew. The 2011 Arab uprisings further fueled opposition to Assad's regime.
Syria's President Bashar al-Assad has given his first public speech in 7 months, rejecting the idea of talks with what he describes as the puppet opposition. Speaking to a rapturous crowd in Damascus, Assad, who hasn't been seen in public since November, blamed the conflict on outside forces, using a handful of Syrians. He also said the country is in a state of war in every sense of the word.
The rule of Islamic and regional actors. Major opposition groups in Syria were held by Salafist factions with roots in the Muslim Brotherhood and Al-Qaeda. As a key ally of Iran and the resistance front in Lebanon, Syria faced hostility from countries opposed to Iran, particularly Gulf states like Saudi Arabia and regional powers like Turkey.
Tercihini terörden ve şiddetten yana kullananları bekleyen tek akıbet silahlarıyla birlikte toprağa gömülmektir. Açık söylüyorum, bunun önüne hiçbir güç geçemez. Türkiye, bekasını ve güvenliğini koruma noktasında nasıl tavizsiz bir iradeye sahip olduğunu pek çok kez göstermiştir. İş o raddeye varırsa yine bir gece ansızın gelebiliriz. Bölücü örgüt ve Suriye'deki uzantıları için çember daralıyor. Partimizin Bursa İl Kongresi'nde yaptığımız çağrının gerisinde işte terörsüz Türkiye hedefimizi öyle veya böyle ama mutlaka gerçekleştireceğiz. Bu konudaki üstün niyetimizi ve güçlü irademizi kamuoyumuzda paylaştık. Elbette biz bunun suhulet ve sükunetle olmasını temenni ederiz. Ama bu yıl veya bu yıl tıkanır,
Turkey, under a government with ideological ties to the Muslim Brotherhood, supported Islamist groups in Syria, including factions like Jabhat al-Nusra, later named Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. Turkey aimed to establish regional influence by supporting Syrian opposition groups. However, these groups lacked the unity and commitment seen in Iran's regional allies, such as Hezbollah, Hamas, and Popular Mobilization Forces. Iran's role in the Syrian conflict. Iran and its resistance allies intervened heavily in Syria post-2011, curbing the spread of terrorist groups and boosting their regional influence in Syria and Iraq. This expansion worried regional and global powers like Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and Israel, who sought to counter Iran's influence by supporting extremist factions in Syria. However, Western powers hesitated to back extremist groups directly, and Syrian public opinion turned against Salafist militants due to their atrocities during the war. Despite these setbacks, Turkey worked to rebrand Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, reducing its overt Islamist image to gain acceptance both internationally and within secular Syrian communities. The fall of Bashar al-Assad. After 13 years of conflict, Assad's government finally collapsed due to a combination of these factors. Economic weaknesses. Syria's prolonged war left its military and economy in shambles. Low morale. Syrian army forces, exhausted after years of war, lacked the will to fight Turkish-backed militants. Foreign support for opposition. Groups like Hayat Tahrir al-Sham launched coordinated attacks on Damascus with backing from Turkey and Ukraine. Rapid advances by militants. In just 11 days, militants seized control of Damascus as Syrian army units chose not to resist. Despite Iran and Russia's willingness to intervene, the lack of local resistance made their efforts futile. Post-Assad challenges for Syria. The fall of Assad's regime created new problems for Syria. Israeli strikes. Israel launched over 500 airstrikes on Syrian infrastructure and occupied parts of the country. Regional interference. Turkey, Qatar, the US, and Russia all increased their involvement, potentially leading to Syria's partition. Exploitation by foreign powers. External players sought control over Syria's oil resources and Mediterranean access, using local groups or ethnic minorities to justify their presence. For instance, the US supported Kurdish forces, while Russia may back Alawites and Christians to maintain influence in the region. The Syrian crisis highlights the complexities of regional politics, foreign interventions, and the long-term consequences of a prolonged civil war. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, please tell us in the comments, and we're gonna see you again soon.